How prepared are you for loss of a job? It's a stressful event, however, being prepared is the name of the game. In this period of recession, job loss is par for the course. Jamaican psychologist and CEO of the Job Bank, Dr. Lakim Samaj, suggests a practical approach to survive the experience.
There's a cycle of emotions. Let's break them up into a couple of groups now. Huh? There's some people who are really totally not prepared, right? The three rough groups that we divide the workplace in terms of once the announcement. You have one group, the foot out the door. Huh? These are the more creative people, the more people who always have their updated resume and so on. So once they start hearing things, they start making their plans. Huh? Then you have the wait and see. And then the third group, you have the ride it outs. They're just going to just hope for the best and just ride it out. So it depends on which category you're in. Now, the foot out the doors, after the redundancy, chances are, many of them, they have made so many alternative plans that it's a matter of now which one they're going to put in place and to see to what extent now they're going to stay with the company or move on to one of the plans that they have exercised. The wait and see and the ride it out now, they're in a different space because being not as entrepreneurial, not as personally driven, they are more at the whim and fancy of the circumstances that reach them. So that's why this thing becomes so complicated. Now, within those second two groups, the possibility of the depression, because if you're waiting and see, if you're trying to ride it out and you're not seeing the possibilities. So both those who stay and those who go, there's a cycle that they go through. Those who go, for some people, it starts off as depression. It starts off as denial. It can take them 2 weeks, some a month, some even up to 2 months before they come to grips with what has happened to them, because they never planned for it. They never saw the possibilities. That's why many times I encourage companies to give people up to 2, 3, even 6 months to use the facilities that you put in place to help them to make the transition.
Dr. Samaj shares a few strategies for coping with job loss.
Believe it or not, one of the most useful things is to redo your resume. A lot of people underestimate the amount of talent, the amount of skills, the amount of experiences that they have. I have never seen a resume I can't improve. Most resumes are bad. Most resumes underrepresent the individual. Talk to people who can help you, not people who can just drag you down and say, boy, everything done and everything mashed up and so on. You need to align yourself with persons who are something uplifting to say. Networking is incredible. Some people go through a mode that they're almost embarrassed and ashamed of it. They don't want anybody to know that they're... No, tell everybody, listen man, I'm between appointments. I am now available for opportunities. So that your people at church, people in your work group that you used to have, people that you hang out with and so on, and always have a copy, give them a copy of the resume. Listen, if you hear of something, in this year, if you hear of something. Because you want to look at the possibilities.